That would drain you already. Yeah, this whole ride, the whole idea of this was to show how varied I am when it comes to video games. When I first started speedrunning, there seems to be a misconception in speedrunning, and that is, you have to run one game, or you can only have a couple of games you run. And those are the games you have to play for several years. I still hate it. I hate that mentality, that you have to only run a very limited amount of games, when I have a crap load of games that I've played, that I love. And so, you know, the whole idea of Gotta Run 'Em All was to really show people that this is what I'm about. Because the stuff I did before Gotta Run 'Em All, when I was still running 100 games, people were like, yeah, he's got a lot of runs, but they weren't really getting the idea. And I think this is gonna help people get the idea. And yeah, it does depend on if I enjoy playing it. And that's the thing, is that, you know, people will look at certain runs, or they'll look at certain streams that I did where I was frustrated with a game, or frustrated with my lack of skills in the game. I mean, I barely had any skills in Zelda. Like, I knew a couple of things, but, you know. Like, right. There have been some stinkers in there, but the thing is that this is, at this point in my life, this is all I've wanted. This is all I've wanted, is this. Call it cheesy, call it cringy, I don't care. This is all I wanted. And so by me doing that, like, you know, I was willing to put in the effort. I was willing to put in the frustration. I was willing to do that. You have to be willing to do that if you want something. You have to be willing to get frustrated at it. You have to be willing. I think that's probably the biggest thing I've learned, is that if you're working toward a goal, if you think that it's going to be easy, or that you're going to enjoy 100% of it all, there's nothing like that exists in this world. There's nothing like that. Everything you want to do, you're going to be pissed off at from time to time. So, if you really do want it, all you have to do is keep trying and keep going. That's all you have to do. It doesn't matter if you're frustrated, or if it's, you know, you're doing great, and then all of a sudden one thing happens, you know, like, do you want it? When I was first speedrunning, I hated where I started, because I felt limited by everything and all that. But what I wanted to do was be a variety speedrunner. I wanted to play games fast, games that I've either never played and wanted to, or games I found along the way, or games that I loved as a kid, or from high school, wherever. And I wanted to see, can I go fast in all of them? Or a ton of them. There's still some games that I have not gotten to, that I have considered but just never have. And I think it's safe to say I did it. I don't know how long my record's gonna last. I don't know. But the important part is that I was able to do it. We have proof of that. I have videos of every game I've run. Every one of them. I'm gonna make a compilation video later. I'm gonna make a video where it has all of my games in it. Or, it's not going to be every single run, but it's going to be like a celebratory video where, every game there's like a second of footage in it. More than 300 games, Yeah, yeah, if it gets if it gets broken by 1, I can just break it again. I won't get up in the suit or anything. But you know, I think that's the one takeaway from this, is that you will never be 100% happy with whatever you're doing. It's just not possible. But are you willing to be pissed off sometimes? Are you willing to put in hours and hours and hours and dollars and dollars and dollars and all of this effort? Are you willing to do it? This goes for anything, not even speed running, okay? I know I'm on a soapbox right now, I don't care. But, are you willing to do it? Because if so, do it and get the job done. My goal was never to be the best at every single game I did. My goal was to show, hey, I play a lot of games, and I like doing this. I grew up playing video games, as a kid, that was my go-to. I admit I wasn't very social. I'm better now, but I'm still, not a huge social person, but I always, whether I wanted to play games just for fun, or if the games have taught me stuff, real-life stuff, I've learned from games. I finished Persona 5, I've learned a lot about life just from that game, or at least it's helped, it's sort of reminded me of stuff that I've learned. So, video games, we've come a long way from Pac-Man and Pong, again, I've played so much stuff. And all of it's had an impact on me, And my goal was to show that this is what I like doing, and this is what I've wanted to do. And instead of letting people get to me, yeah, people have gotten to me, but they didn't win. Because I did what I wanted to do. If they won, that would mean that I lost. I didn't lose. Do you want it? And are you willing to see the worst side of it? If so, then do it. There you go. There's your speech.